What's up, guys? Joey T here. We are on Lake Simcoe chasing smallmouth bass. It is late fall. Season closes in about a week, so we're gonna be fishing for the next couple days to try to put together a show for you guys and catch some giant, and when I say giant, smallmouth bass. Stick around. There's gonna be some bigs caught. Well, it's snowing. Brutal. It's cold. You hear that? We're hooked up. NRX 902 plus 8-pound Power Pro braid to a 10-pound Tatsu Cigar leader. This is a very big fish. I don't know if it's because of the water or what. Oh my. That might be a, whoa. Oh my goodness. That might be a 7-pounder. Oh my goodness. What a brick. Look at the size of this thing. That is an absolute brick. Look at the belly. Oh my God. That is insane. 654. 654. Wow. That's an absolute monster smallmouth. Get a nice release on it. Gone. Absolute insane size fish. Didn't have the crazy length on that fish, but it just had girth. Like, just the belly was just monster. But that's what you come out here for, you know. Like, it's cold weather, hands are cold, body's freezing. Nowhere in the country I think you can probably do this other than, I honestly couldn't tell you. You know, if you have another place, link it in the bio. Maybe I'll go visit it one day. But I mean, for the most part, this place is magical. No one's out here. You know, everyone's probably put their boats away. It's almost the end of November. There's more out there. They're eating it really weird. I find when that sun comes out, they're chewing. When that cloud cover comes, they're being finicky. So let's go. Let's get out there. Let's catch another one. It's interesting. I pulled up. I saw them all flared up. They looked like spider webs. Spiders waiting for the fly to come in. Got hit twice. They didn't chew it. They didn't swallow it full. What the? Pardon my language. baits. Unreal. Well, throw him back. Let's get out there, let's get another one. Basically what I'm looking at right now is a bunch of boulders. There's a bunch of fish suspended off those boulders. There we go. Oh, God, again! So, when I'm looking for these fish, I'm on this Panoptics, obviously. Okay. See, these are boulders right here. So that's our boat, and we're looking forward straight ahead of the boat right now. So wherever this thing is pointed, that's where I'm looking. So right now we got a set of boulders here. And now if you look a little bit to the right, as I scan it to the right, let's see if we could pick up on some of the fish that we were on. Those boulders right there, there's a bunch of fish hanging around them. Oh, right there, there was a couple. Right there. You can kind of see they're holding to those boulders. So those little blobs, it's really, really hard to tell right now, but that blob right there, that's a smallmouth. That's a smallmouth, and there's a couple more with them. And the reason why it's hard to really tell is because they're so tight knit to those boulders. And you'll see as I scan, I'll try to get around them actually. I'll try to get around them right. So for example, you got boulders, and then look, see that blob right there where those crosshairs kind of collide? I lost him, but he was on that one boulder. Let me see if I scan a bit. And I scan a bit. Oh, he's on that one boulder. For example, boom, those are all smallmouth. So we got 50 feet out to our left a little bit. There was a bunch of smallies right there, and what I'll do is I'll scan again. Boom, there he is. I'll see him, and I'll pitch out my lure 50 feet straight out there. And that's how I'm catching these smallmouth. You know, like you're able to see these fish where they are suspended in that water column, or if they're on boulders or any type of that structure, and you're basically pitching that lure out to them, and you're hitting that bottom, and you're just kind of reeling it in, and then you know, they're eating it. So I mean, for the most part, it's a pretty simple game. Sounds simple, but when you come out here, it is tough due to the fact that these fish don't really move far from where they are. They're in one tight area on a huge stretch, and that's about it. So a lot of people will go right over them and they won't even know they're there. So make sure you have an eagle eye out for them, because they hold right tight to those boulders, just as you saw. Well, that's about it. It's crazy windy out here. She picked up real bad. We're gonna head on in. We had snow, wind, cloud, sun, change in 3 directions of wind today. I only pulled out 2. One was probably a 4 1/4, and the other one was a 6.56 or 6.6, I think he said. Still a good fish, but not the numbers. The fish were there. I saw them on the screen. They just weren't biting, and it could be just because the factors of the weather and everything that's going on probably had them all funky. But back to the drawing board. We're gonna go home, charge up the batteries, and then we'll probably be out here again tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. Yeah, super cliche, but catch you on the next one. Woo!